I'm Colin Shawn, CEO of Copper Tree Solutions. Thanks for joining me today as we talk about how to measure IT security in your organization. A lot of business leaders today are not very familiar with all the aspects of that technology, and neither should they be necessarily. But every organizational leader and everybody that's responsible for their organization needs to have a certain level of confidence that their IT is secure and that they have the proper systems in place and that they've managed their risks appropriately. And one of the things that I see a lot when I talk to business leaders is they're not really sure what the state of their IT security is, or maybe it's pretty common for them to say, well, our vendor or my IT guy says we're good and therefore we're good. And I've seen a lot of cases where that just isn't the case. And I can give you an example of an organization that we started working with recently. We talked to them a number of years ago, and they told us, no, everything's great. Everything's working just fine. And we're happy with the situation we're at. And that was true right up until they got ransomware. It's not a unique situation. It's not a unique story. It's something that happens far too often, in my opinion, where business leaders just aren't aware of the risks that are in their infrastructure. Maybe they've trusted their vendor or they've trusted somebody internally to take care of the IT infrastructure. And, as far as they know, things are in pretty good shape. And they don't really find out the true situation until something bad happens and they realize that, things weren't as good as they thought they were. The best way to measure IT security and to get some kind of surety that your infrastructure is secure is to have a system in place to compare yourself to an objective standard. And there's a lot of different standards out there. Some of the more common ones are ISO 27001 or SOC 2. And a lot of organizations aren't required to be compliant with a standard, but it's still a good best practice to be compared to some kind of a standard, whether it's an industry standard or it's just more of a IT security best practice standard. So ultimately what you want to be seeing how you stack up against those standards on a regular basis. What is the health of your infrastructure? Can you get an objective score where you say we are 99% aligned with these best practices or we're 75% aligned? It's just a way for you as a business leader to get a clear idea of the health of your infrastructure. And when you do that, it gives you that peace of mind. You know exactly where you're at. There's no hidden surprises. There's no risks that you're not aware of. And it's a way to objectively put a number to the IT health of your organization. Ultimately, what you want is to be able to clearly measure the health of your IT infrastructure from a security perspective and also just from a general health perspective, and to have an objective number that you can look at that isn't tied to somebody's opinion or just how they feel about it. It's tied to a clear objective measurement. One of the things that business leaders tell me all the time that they want from their technology is they want to have peace of mind knowing that their risks have been managed and they have a plan in place if there's in the event of some kind of a worst case scenario. So if there was a ransomware incident or there was some kind of data loss or an infection of some kind, they want to know that there's a plan in place and they can sleep at night knowing that their risks have been managed as well as possible. So Copper Tree has developed a process around that. One of our key goals as we work with our clients is to get to that point where everything just works and the risks are managed. They've got the right technology in place. So our process really is designed, it starts with a strategy. So understanding where you are today, understanding your organization, understanding your business goals. Every month we come in and we align you against those best practices that we've developed. We have developed best practices for every piece of technology that our clients use. So we come in and we do a comparison. How do you stack up against these best practices? And then we give you a health score. You're 99% aligned or you're 75% aligned. Most of our clients have been working with us for a while. They tend to stay in the high 90s. They'll be 99% aligned, and then we might change a standard or something new comes out from a security perspective. and it's a new recommendation, so they might drop down to 96% or something like that. But it's really gives our clients a tool to look at to say, how are we doing from an IT perspective and from a security perspective? And is there something that I should be worrying about, or are we in pretty good shape? So every month we go through, we align our clients to those best practices as much as we can. We get the health score. It's a continuous process. We change the best practices when there's new things that come out. And then we go around to each of our clients every month and we realign them to those best practices. It never really ends. It's a constantly changing world. We've done more things related to security in the last 2 or 3 years than we ever did before that. And I don't see that changing. There's just been an increase in reliance on technology and an increase in different threats that are out there. It's something that you can't really ignore. I'm Colin Shantz, CEO of Coppertree Solutions. Thanks for joining us today as we talk about how to measure IT security. To learn more about this, please visit our website, coppertreesolutions.ca.